You know, you don't have to hold it prim and proper, dude.
Yeah.
We haven't even started this thing yet. And we're back. Here I am, Fly Navarro with Fly Zone Fishing. I'm here with my man Brian from Shimano. Brian, what are we talking about?
Today we're going to talk about how to properly set the drag setting on a lever drag reel. And this will apply, this right here is a Talica 12 2-speed. For the most part, this will apply to pretty much any lever drag reel that Shimano makes, whether it's a TLD, a Tyrannos, a Tiagra, or in this case, a Talica.
Well, then talk to us. Tell me what do I got to do?
Most important part, this is your lever. Now, this is somewhat like pressing your brake. The more you push this forward, it's just like the more you depress a brake pedal in your vehicle. So this right here would be free spool. As you push it forward all the way to sunset, you're going to get the max drag there. You also have what we call a soft stop at your strike position. Okay. Generally, you're going to set your drag at strike about 30% of your line's braking strength. Some captains will vary that slightly. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, depending on the technique that you're using, whether you're trolling, bottom fishing, so on and so forth. But the general rule of thumb is if you want to change your drag, you always want to put this in free spool. What that does is it lifts all the pressure off of the cam that's inside of the reel. Then you can turn this preset knob backwards or forward, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, just like any other screw. Adjust it, push it back up to strike, and then test your drag. I recommend doing it with a spring scale of some sort that has a dedent in it so you can pull on it, test it. It helps if it's mounted to the reel, line running through the guides. So oftentimes we'll set it all up, put it in the rod holder, test the drag. If it's not correct, go back to free spool, make the adjustment that you need. Sometimes it's just 1 or 2 clicks.
Okay, now I'm going to stop you for a second. You said this one or 2 clicks. Do all your level drags have clicks in them?
Not every reel will have a click, that is correct. Okay. TLD just has a knob, so sometimes you don't need a whole lot. A lot of times people will go down there and they'll turn this knob, and that sometimes makes a drastic change in drag. So if you're close on the scale, sometimes it's just a very small adjustment, push it back up and test it, pull it back out, make that small adjustment until you get it set correctly.
So some of the reels have clicks, some don't, so it's...
Yes, so that's a good point to make, that some of the TLDs, they do not have a clicking mechanism inside, so you won't hear any sound when you rotate the preset knob.
And then that has it set for your strike.
Yep, and then that way when you're done with the day of fishing, once you've cleaned your reels, and you go to put them back out, put them back away, put that back in free spool, I typically will engage the clicker, and that'll keep anybody from keep any line from coming off, you know, that you don't want to. And that way the reel will set with no pressure on that cam while it's in storage. Okay. Although we'd like to be able to say that we fish once a week, twice a week, honesty, we don't always get a chance to do so.
Whoa. Speak for yourself, bro.
Speak for yourself, yep. Well, not everybody can be Fly. So. So for what it's worth, if you store them that way, that keeps all the pressure off. And when you go back to the boat, push it right back up. I would say that we're very proud of the fact that when you push that lever back up, even after a week or 2 or 3 weeks of storage, your drag should be very consistent to where you set it the last time you put it away.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for joining us here in the Fly Zone.